Hey, what is up guys? It is SgamingR bringing you the 6th playthrough of Skyrim. Here we are where we left off last episode, right outside those Tenderly gates. And we walk in to fight our first restless Dragar. These guys are a little stronger than normal Dragars. Nothing too serious, as you can see, he didn't really knock off too much health. However, if you do keep letting him swing at you, he can kill you. It's a pretty simple fight, just go ahead and take him down. There is a chest in this corner here, or at least there was for me. Pretty sure chest locations are the same for everyone. There was a fail lockpick. Anyway, just gonna pick this because you always relish the opportunity to get some free gold. I had no idea what I was doing here. There we go. I was like doing a weird way of lockpicking. It wasn't what was intended, I guess. But now I figured out what you actually have to do to lockpick properly. I can't really explain it because it is a little bit confusing to explain. Anyway, we have arrived in the Bleak Falls Sanctum. I do believe this is the last area of the dungeon until we are finished. So that's something to look forward to. Here we got, or maybe the second to last part. Although the dungeons are fun in Skyrim. There's nothing bad about them. Anyway, we do have some draggers here. I'm going to kill this guy before he even has a chance to touch me. I notice on my radar there is another guy up there somewhere. To my left, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know why I didn't notice him. That must have been pretty random. Or no, sorry, there's an archer and then this guy, that's it. So as you see, the power, the stamina strike does a lot of damage. And honestly, you guys should use it. If you're using a one-handed or even a two-handed weapon, it's very useful. It does quite a bit. Before I take out that dragger, I'm going to go into this room, and because I just want to check everywhere. Right there, a potion that can be useful if I'm ever fighting monsters that have some sort of ice enchantment on their attacks that allow freezing of some sort. Right there was a resist cold potion. I'm still actually not entirely sure. Maybe it's something terrain-wise, cold. Although whenever I've doing this commentary now, of course I've been to like the tundra places, the very snowy places. And there's nothing like there that saps your health or whatnot. Anyway, you'll notice these little urns, these jars hanging. If you knock one of those down accidentally, it will explode and it's right over the oil, which will cause a lot of damage. So don't do that, guys. Unless you want to burn to death. Here we have a nice little second little puzzle. So as you can see, there's the imprints of a gold claw, meaning we have to look onto our gold claw. And look at the pattern on the gold claw. So I just hit R3 on it, and there, a bear, butterfly, and owl is the pattern. So then I'm going to match this pattern over here to the same as the one on my gold claw. A bear, butterfly, and an owl. And then I activate the keyhole. And as you can see, the door opens. Now, I'm not entirely sure what would happen if I'd done that wrong, but most likely, maybe gas would come out, or arrows would come out, or maybe you just instantaneously die by something, instead of just getting damaged or injured. So that's one thing to note. Here we got some spiders, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Oh, no, never mind. This is the area. This is the end of the dungeon, but here we are fighting the dungeon boss. He's an interesting fellow, another dragger of course, but an easy one, so nothing to worry about. We're going to approach these words that are sending stuff at us out, and this is a word of power. We have to learn this too, you know. It's very useful. Unrelenting force. You actually do have to learn this to proceed, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, after you approach that, so right there, that thing that we learned was a shout, and we'll see what it does later on once I kill my first dragon. Anyway, this Dragger Overlord is going to come out of the chest. Now, unfortunately, I fall down here. If this happens to you, just go ahead and run up there. Now, this Dragger is a higher level than me. What he did right there is shout at me. That's the thing that we learned, to shout. However, in order to unlock it, there I fall down again. In order to unlock it, we need to kill dragons and absorb their souls. So we can't use the shout until we kill our first dragon, but he already has a shout, so he can shout, which is interesting, I thought. And his attacks are fairly powerful, so that's why I'm just taking the noobish way, I guess you could say. I'm just kind of running away from him and just taking my time and shooting at him slowly. Slow damage is what helps. Just picking away at his health, that's all I do. If you are more powerful than I was at this point, then you can probably just rush in and just keep on smacking him, or if you're a mage, then you can light him up. Right here I get him to the point where I decide, screw it, I'm just going to go all out on him. And it worked fine. Just burned him up here and got a nice cutscene kill. Now this guy has our first enchanted weapon loot. Make sure to take the Dragonstone. You have to take it. So he might either have an ancient Nord War Axe of Cold or an ancient Nord Sword of Cold, Great Sword. There's also a chest here. Go ahead and take the stuff in that. An Iron Dagger of Fatigue, I take that as well. And some gold. There's a potion there. Remember, I just want to loot everything. That's what you want to do in dungeons, because looting is good. So once you learn the shout and you kill the Dragger Overlord and take the Dragonstone, and remember guys, you need the Dragonstone to move on in the story. Just go ahead and follow your clairvoyance if you have it, or just take the stairs up, pull the lever, the stone wall will magically come up, and you can go ahead and there's another chest here. I'm always searching out for chests, and 55 gold for a chest that normally you may not have seen. It's always good. So guys, we have completed our first dungeon, Bleak Falls Barrow, and be proud. You don't give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so now we have to head back to Riverwood to give the claw to Lucan Valerius. And there's a potion just lying there on the edge of a slope, a steep hill is all. I'm just gonna jump down here. Now you have two choices. You can manually walk back there, or you can do what I choose to do and fast travel there. Now guys, if you're unfamiliar with fast traveling, it's been there for, I don't really know which Elder Scroll game it was introduced in, but I know it was there in Oblivion and probably in Morrowind as well. Go ahead and hit circle if you're on the PS3 and go down to map. Move around with the left analog stick, as I do right here, and click on Riverwood, the building, and with X, and then hit X again to fast travel there. Fast traveling is really useful, but remember, you can only do it after you discover the place. Otherwise, nothing would be really fair in this game. If you just fast travel everywhere and not be able to explore and discover stuff. So just keep that fast traveling, something I'll do a lot in this game. I just need to deposit some items in a chest later on when I start to overfill, or anything along the lines of that. So as we arrive in Riverwood, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the trader because I need to return the claw. Now there's an interesting glitch here, and I'll show you guys it once we go inside. Once you give him the claw back,
you found it. I'm gonna put this back where it
yep.
belongs.
So once he puts it back here, I think you can instantly take it back and he won't notice, and then sell it to him again. I'm not really sure how this works, but I've seen people do it. Right here I have 3 perks and I didn't notice them before, and I decided, oh well, might as well use them now. Oh, might as well, you know, get some perks. So illusion is clairvoyance, so I can cast that for half magicka. Now I can cast my fire spell for half magicka. And which one do I decide to use my last perk on? I believe one-handed. One-handed means holding a weapon in one hand, obviously. And so there's 5 of those, and one-handed weapons do 20% more damage, which is very useful. So right there, when he puts the claw back on the table, I think it's possible to steal it directly back without him noticing. He also gives us 400 gold, which will be very useful. As you see, we just hit our first 1,000 gold. Another reason to give yourself a pat on the back. I sell some of the shit I got while in the dungeon and other places, leading up to the dungeon, especially that little tower while we were going to Bleak Falls Barrow. Extra armor here, always good to sell. And once you're finished selling, you can go on and carry on with your quest in Skyrim. So let's see what I decide to do here. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else that
Some may call this junk.
that I can buy, actually. I think I wanted to buy another spell book here. And the one I chose was Raise Zombie. I don't use it too often, to be honest, because it's a fairly minor spell. A weak dead body. I'm getting to that point where a lot of the things I kill are powerful dead bodies. Well, not at this point in the game, but later on in the game. But it's a very useful spell if you're a mage, especially. Give yourself an early ally for 60 seconds. And they do help. Like if you, for example, if you were in the Bleak Falls Barrow dungeon and you can bring the dragger corpses back to life, and they will fight other draggers for you. So now I'm going to be doing the main quest. Remember, that quest we did was not main, but it's literally a direct lead towards the main quest. Because for the main quest, we need that tablet we got from the Dragger Overlord, the Dragon Stone. And getting the claw was directly on that path, so we might as well knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, now we are going to Whiterun, which is the main quest. That is the quest that Arvel's uncle, sorry, not Arvel's uncle. Right there, got a bunny. Bunnies are one of the hardest creatures in Skyrim to slay. If you even go to start and go to general information, or like something about yourself, one of the things will be bunnies killed. And right there I got 1. So proud of myself. I killed an innocent bunny. I'm such a fearsome warrior. Okay. Shit, I lost my point. This always happens. Okay, one sec, guys. I'm gonna go back and see what I was talking about. Lame. Okay, anyway, that's what I was talking about. Not Arvel, Doro. No, Hadvar. Hadvar's uncle. And now right here, this orc was pissing me off. So I do. There's different speeches you can do: persuade, bribe, and intimidate. There wasn't a bribe there, but she was bothering me, so I said intimidate. I told her, pretty much GTFO. And she was like, I don't have to take that shit from you. And then I was just beat her down. Because it doesn't, it's good. I mean, you get free loot pretty much. And she was very easy to kill. Gold, iron ore, ingots, bandit iron armor. I don't know why I didn't take that. Oh wait, no, the iron armor I have is already a higher armor rating. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, that orc obviously might not be there in your saves. It's a very random thing. Because everything in this game is randomly scripted. Or as said by Thomas Howard. I think that's what his name was. Right? The developer of Skyrim? Something Howard. Ted Howard. No, wait. I don't know, it's not important. You don't have to exactly follow clairvoyance, that's one thing to note, because what clairvoyance does is it takes you the technical safe route. Like, always roads and everything. You can just take just cut through. See, I just saved myself some time there. Just cutting through and going over the hills. Anyway, we are approaching Whiterun here. That right there, that walls and fortifications are Whiterun. There's a giant attacking some humans. I don't directly get involved. As you see right here, just watch them take it down with a smack and another smack and an arrow. So here's something. The companions are a group in Whiterun. They're pretty much just this group of soldiers. And right here, Isla the Huntress is one of them. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up for this episode because it's already exceeded 15 minutes. This was Skyrim Playthrough 6, presented by SgamingR. If you liked the video, like it, and if you dislike the video, dislike it, and please join me for Skyrim 7 next.